Right, welcome back. I'm Stanford Chidge, and you are watching or even listening to the Chelsea Fancast. And it is, in fact, time for our weekly fannies, which is why Darren is so excited. He just can't wait. And we're going to start with, what do we always start with, Darren?
Chant of the match?
No.
Man of the match.
I knew I should not rely on you. Man of the match, Rob. And I've got some nominations.
Gareth Barry?
No. No, sorry, Rob. I should tell you the rules.
Okay.
We don't ever nominate the opposition.
No,
It's
okay.
how
The
it
Chelsea
works.
man of the match.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So, okay, my nominations are the wonderful Mikel, who I thought was outstanding and deserved a lot of praise.
Yeah.
I also think that Hazard, battled. Hear me out first.
Oh, absolutely.
Hazard battled manfully, I thought, and got quite a shoeing from a lot of the Everton players, as we should, I suppose, expect. But he was responsible for anything good that we created. I was also impressed with Branner. I thought Branner, as always, puts it in, gives 100%. He absolutely committed to the cause, and I love him for that. But I also thought he kind of pinged down the wing a fair amount and tried to create stuff. So those would be my 3 nominations. But what would the boys and the girls around the table? I'm going to let the boys and girls say first, Rob, and then I'll let your considered view come into play. Darren, what do you reckon? Any advances on those, or what do you reckon?
I'd have said Hazard, to be honest with you.
You're going to vote for Hazard?
Yeah.
Why for?
Well, I like the fact he got stuck in. I think he didn't get a bit when he should have done. And he got... The ref got it the wrong way round, really. The one when he did get booked wasn't a booking. Then later on he did put in a bad challenge and escaped any other punishment for it. I thought he broke well sometimes, and I just think that he actually really wanted it, and he looked more lively than most
Did he
of the
want
players.
it, sir?
I think he did.
He did. Okay. Good. Benches laughed. They thought that was quite a good joke. So did I on the spur of the moment. Anyway, Hazard for you, yeah? What would you like, sir?
I'm going to go for Hazard as well. I thought to a man, everyone was not poor, but they had good games littered with mistakes. I think Ramirez's first 45 minutes was one of his best.
Yeah,
until it led to the goal.
Yeah.
I thought Mikel was one of the better players, but overall, I thought Hazard was the only one who actually looked like he knew what he was doing.
I'll let you have Hazard, Ross. I will.
I was just going to say until the last 20 minutes when he basically had to do everything on his own and his play suffered.
So that's 2 for Hazard. That's screwing my plan up royally. What do you reckon, Pablo?
From the ground, like walking away, I didn't think there was anyone that I'd say.
You were so grumpy you didn't want to vote for anybody, did you? In fact, you would have voted for Gareth Barry, wouldn't you?
Incidentally, when Rob said that, the picture of Mikel came up with Gareth Barry on it, which actually worked perfectly.
That's what prompted him. It's what prompted him,
No, he said it and it appeared. But
I think
Rob is what we like to call omniscient and omnipotent all at the same time. How about that? Go and look it up for those of you listening.
Yes.
It's in Google Translate or dictionary, whatever. Anyway, go on, Pablo.
I'm going to go for Hazard as well, though. But he wasn't. He ran down a number of blind alleys in the last 20 minutes because it seemed that nobody wanted to get anywhere
you're
near
getting
him.
grief from Lizzie on the benches. Very quick, benches. What do you reckon? And we've got 3 Hazards here. I'm going to go for Mikel. That's a shoe-in. I'd love to know what you think. Well, I know you'll say Mikel, Lizzie. Are you all broadly in agreement with Mikel, or are you going for Hazard?
Harry's saying Hazard.
Hazard?
Mr. Bailey?
Hands up for Hazard. Hands up for Mikel. Oh, Gary, are you abstaining or what? Okay, fair enough. That's fairly mixed. Rob?
Well, on the basis Lizzie's going to break my legs after this show, I'm voting for Mikel.
Oh, well done, Rob. But why? I mean, seriously, you're going to... Yeah?
I don't think really any Chelsea player deserves any particular plaudits. Even Frank Lampard didn't have one of his better games. Probably actually Ivanovic was as good as anybody in a poor display.
But you're going to go for Mikel anyway.
Going to go for Mikel.
Because you're scared of Lizzie.
I'm going to say it twice, and she might buy me a drink.
She might do that.
Well.
What about yourself, Lauren? Very quickly, who would you like? What are you getting from the floor from Mixler?
Me and everybody out there on Twitter and Mixler, I was going for Mikel.
Oh, see, I'm going for Mikel too. So that's 3 Mikel, 3 Hazard. Benches, casting vote. How many? Hands up for Mikel, quickly.
Won. Yeah.
3, lovely. Mikel wins it by a short head. Right now, or by a short leg even. Preferably one that isn't broken.
Chid, you missed out though.
We've moved on, Darren.
Shadow went for Hazard. He knows his stats. He knows
Chant of the match. Chant of the match. Now you were there, Pablo, unlike me. So I think you have deserved to put your pennyworth in.
First half was definitely the Williams song. That was getting a quality airing as expected.
We do like that. Well done, Walter Otten. I'll sing it to you afterwards, Rob. But you'll like it.
Yeah, sure.
So either that or the continued Chelsea in the second half, but there wasn't.
I'm glad you said that, because actually, you know, I was also trying to do the whole one sport thing, which failed miserably yet again. But so it was really hard for me to listen to a lot of it. But actually, I really noticed the Chelsea's one of my old favourites, Rob. I do like that proper old school song.
Yes,
you can remember the words.
Yeah. What's happened?
Yeah, it's very good for me.
What's happened to One Man Went to Mow then?
Well, it's funny you should say that.
Is that not popular on the away?
It is very popular. And I've got a little you know, present for you in a minute. Actually, on that, yes, I have.
And the celery song, is that
no,
doing one on the road?
because we get taken off
We
air.
can't repeat that one.
There was actually a fair bit of back and forth in the first half.
One Man Went to Mow?
No, of the celery song and various others with some.
He likes he likes the
girl
celery
in the
song.
Everton.
Okay.
I just think it's one of the more amusing football songs that over the years I've come across, and particularly the backstory to it as well.
Yeah, it's great stuff. Right, now, what are you going to go for, Pablo?
William.
You're going to go for the Williams song, Ross?
Because we only get to sing it twice a year up in the northwest in your Liverpool slums.
Yes, okay. I always prefer singing that at Anfield, personally, but
I couldn't actually hear the fans on the TV. I was in a pub, you couldn't really hear the commentary on the TV much, but I'll go for William.
Okay. He likes celery, but you mentioned One Man Went to Mow. I'll take that as a vote.
Yeah.
What do they reckon out there?
William song.
The Williams song?
Yeah.
Benches?
There wasn't really any.
Really? Would you like William, One Man Went to Mow, or Chelsea? You all like the William. I think the William song's going to get it. I'm actually very pleased that it should, because, you know, we were very, very proud of Walter and Big Chris and Smithy for inventing that song, and I promise, I will sing it to you. Well, not personally.
He wasn't playing though, was he?
No, but we've got a great song for him.
Fair enough.
All right, it's very good. Good lyrics. Now, had we, yeah, it is. But I just can't sing them on the show, Rob.
Yeah, West Ham's still singing the Di Canio song because that was about the best one they've ever.
Or Paolo Di Canio.
Yeah.
I started the alternative version of that,
Yes.
which is something off Di Canio
Yes.
in Gate 17, and I actually started it, and it went round the whole thing. It was when he got sent off for us. Against us, you remember that match?
Yes.
In the corner, down where it was, exactly where I was,
Yeah.
right above him, and he kicked somebody and got sent off. And it was a wonderful moment when you start a chant like that and it goes all the way around the ground.
Goes viral.
Wait.
They call that now.
Does,
There's been a late entry.
a late
What?
entry. Well, we voted, so it's too late, but I will listen to it.
From Seb, he's saying best song was Stand Up If You've Got a Job.
Oh, I like that. But, you know, I like
Why
that.
did I say that?
I like that, but I don't like it quite as much as this, because we would very much like you to send us in clips of any great chants that you hear at the match, or in fact anything funny that you've seen on the terraces or in the pub before or after the match. Now, obviously, make sure you don't film the pitch or the players on it, otherwise we won't be able to show it on the TV show. But if you send it in, I promise you, we'll have a look and we'll run it if we think it's funny. And I think it would be great if it's part of something like Chant of the Match or even the celery moment. And you need to send them in to chelseafancast@gmail.com. But in the meantime, what I'm thinking of is something very, very much like this. Rob, you'll love this. Chelsea!
Chelsea.
Rob's finally, he's now awake. I thought you said you liked that song.
I do, not the 12-inch version.
Yeah.
But,
I'm sure Tubes, who was in that video, would be very appreciative
I have
of
to
that.
tell you, I went to a wedding this time last year. Both Chelsea fans. It was at King's Road. We got a bus, London bus down to Waterloo, and got on a boat. And every table had a name of a Chelsea player, and then they had the disco. And then at some point towards the end of the evening, that song was sung twice.
It's wonderful. It's poetry. It's about the closer we get to poetry. You know, somebody...
Purgatory?
No, poetry.
Poetry.
The equivalent of John Betjeman in the Chelsea
I do
ranks
quite
made that
like
up.
it from time to time. Does remind me of the old days of the bridge.
There we go.
Sitting in the West Stand, decaying as it was, and seeing Dixon and Speedy and
You mean
boys.
you weren't in the shed then with the rest of the West Ham? mob?
No, this is when I was
I'm
in the press
surprised.
box. With the press box
okay.
in the good old bad old days.
Lovely. Right, now talking of the good old bad old... You must, as I said, if you want something that you filmed, on your phone at a match or in the pub, do send it in, because that's a lovely place to run it in the show, and I commend it to everybody. Right, now, we should talk about the Guinness moment, really. Two really did spring to my mind during the match. One was Ramirez flicked it up and then volleyed it. It was a great shot. Keeper did well. That was an easy height to say. But that genuinely made me go, ooh, in a slight way. But I thought the thing that really did it for me was Luiz, a 30-yard pass, right up to... he bisected most of the Everton players. Went up to Hazard, who then back-flicked it to Eto'o, who then farted around with it and then I think chucked it out wide to Mata, who did a chip that missed. But that whole Luiz to Hazard to Eto'o, I just thought that was fabulous. So, that is what I'm going to vote for, that moment there. That's the one that generally made me a little bit of we did come out, I think, really. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. Ross, rescue me now.
Yeah, there weren't really the usual standout qualities.
Funnily enough.
Mainly because we didn't score a goal, but... that Ramirez control and shot was good. I also thought his cross to Eto'o for the first missed chance, was a peach of a cross. Mata had a nice back heel on the touchline at one point, and then towards the end of the game, Oscar was really... everyone was upfield, and Oscar was really under pressure by the right touchline, and he just played a peach of a ball down the line to David Luiz, which was up there on the difficulty factor. I don't really know what I'm going to go for. Ramirez controlling
Okay,
shot.
fair enough. Pablo.
You described that second one very well, because I had no idea what it was when it was written down, but I do remember it now, and it was quite good.
That's why, you see, I bring it to life, Pablo. That's what I'm trying to say.
So, I'd probably go for that. I think Sam would probably go for Shirley's chip that went in, but didn't, and it was only afterwards that he realised that it didn't go in.
You thought we had scored. You were wrong. You were wrong.
That happened twice, didn't it?
No, the second one was nowhere near. That was
Anyway, look quickly, because we've got to move. We've got lots of celeries coming up.
Louise's pass then.
Louise's pass. Darren?
Like Pablo, when I saw it written down, I can remember what it was. Now I remember it, mainly because I remember Mata's chip at the end, though, which obviously went wide, and it was a bit... Shouldn't have been what he did. It probably wasn't even the right ball to Mata, but
I'd
go for that, yeah.
It makes it pretty unanimous. Was there a moment in the game that made you get rather excited in a non-sexual way, I should say?
A Chelsea moment.
Well, in a strange way, it was a Chelsea moment, but it was Barry's last-ditch tackle, because it defined the game.
Yeah, luckily, we've all voted for Louise. So is there anything from Mixler?
They concur.
Okay, I think it's unanimous that that Louise pass, Hazard flick, Eto'o, blah,
It's
blah,
not
blah.
unanimous.
The reason...
Alors sans danse.
Well, okay. We all voted for it apart from you and Rob. Okay?
Alors sans danse. It's a French disco track. That's the one that Louis was singing on the back of the plane on the way back from the Champions League. Just come to me.
Thank you, Father Jack.
Getting a bit older now. Alors sans danse.
Very good, Rob.
That's really good chat.
I feel that my life is truly enriched by knowing that. Enough celery
I sing it all
moment.
the time, you know.
Moving on. Celery
sans
moment.
danse.
Rob, celery moment. We know you like celery.
I do.
Well, then we go
With
concentrate.
salt and cream cheese.
Focus on the celery.
Yeah.
Now, listen.
Cherry tomatoes as well.
Hey, thank you. I've got loads and loads and loads of potential. Rubbish! Shut up. I've got loads of potential celery moments. Lizzie, you can break his legs now, all right? First of all, what I want to know is why is Tim Howard looking like a reject from the Taliban wearing marigolds?
I thought it was Nicholas Anelka.
What is that all about? I mean, I'm sorry, but that is just wrong. On so many levels?
It is. We won't get Ron Atkinson to comment on it either.
No, okay. Well, we'll have him on as a guest next
That'd
week.
be good.
Seriously, he's replacing me.
I seriously think that was... I thought it was Nicholas Anelka. I really did.
It's really wrong. Marigolds at a football match. I mean, for goodness sake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, so that's Tim
It's
Howard.
like Jeff Bridges' reverse head from
sadly, I don't have
Iron
sadly, I don't have a picture of the next one, which is Eto'o shooting into row O. Well, Eto'o. It is Eto'o. He shot into... It was the most appalling... It was the worst shot I've seen.
0-0, that's what it is.
Well, there we go. It's the worst shot I've seen since Jimmy Hasselbank did the same thing, but he missed a corner flag. I thought Hazard fouling Louise... And then Louise claiming for a free kick. It was just absolute comedy gold. Only Chelsea could do this. But my final one, which actually Pablo alerted to me, because he actually texted me this pretty much on his way out of the match, but he was not happy that most of the Chelsea players did not acknowledge the away support. Now, that's interesting, because I've had a go about this on the fans forum, and they have said to me that they would instill this in the players, that this is what they are expected to do. But that having been said, I think therefore we should give big props to JT Czech and Hazard for acknowledging the away support. So I would be very prepared to vote that as a salary moment. But I'm really stuck this week because all four of them are quite funny. But have you got any more?
No, I was just going to say the only thing with Etu hitting us row 0 is that we had about 16 misses, and Schürrle's was probably worse. There's probably a few other really bad ones, so it's a bit hard to give one out of all of the 16.
All right, you're going to have to vote very quickly because we're running
I was going to exhibit to JT Czech Hazard for acknowledging the away fans,
in the second half, Mikel tried to dribble into the Everton penalty area, and he just looked like a baby deer learning how to walk. So I'm going for that.
Ooh. Okay, we've got a minute to go, guys. What are you going to vote for? Ramirez? Mikel, sorry.
I'm going to go for Hazard fouling Louise just because it was
very
funny and everyone appealed for it. Then
out of those, Rob, what would you like?
I'd go for the guys, the three players clapping the fans at the end of the game.
Me too.
Is that generally what Mixler is saying? Are they happy with that? Benches, what do you think?
Hazard and Louise.
You like the Hazard and Louise? Okay, so it's kind of split between Hazard and Louise.
I'm quite happy to switch mine to the...
Well,
you nominated it.
I actually am going to go. I mean, we go for JT and Czech and all the rest of it. I'm going to go. It's Hazard and Louise. That wins it. Now we've got to go because we've got to move on. We've got a break coming up. Now, after that break, we're going to be having a proper chat with my old mate Rob Shepherd, who has often been mistaken for Morrissey, Quentin Tarantino, James May, Jeremy Clarkson, and Desperate Dan.
That's right.
But not by me, it has to be
And
said.
once Burt Millerchip, I have to say, in Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
That'll be lost on our audience.
Yes,
mate.
absolutely.
That is.